Did you know that plants are necessary for human survival? You couldn't live without them. They provide most of the oxygen that humans and other animals use. Oxygen is the most important element for life on Earth. Plants also supply essential foods and materials. Humans and animals can't make their own food. They rely on plants for food. Plants make their own food through a process called photosynthesis. Plants have a key role in the cycle of nature. The sun's energy that plants use to grow is passed to humans and other animals in the foods they eat. It's a fact. When green plants make food, they combine water and carbon dioxide in the presence of light to make sugar. This process, called photosynthesis, also produces oxygen. Green plants use oxygen in the same way humans and other animals do to provide the energy they need. Plants provide a wide range of other important things that people use. For example, the cereal and juice you had for breakfast, the house you live in, even the clothes you're wearing probably come from materials produced by plants. All the different parts, roots, stems, leaves, flowers, and seeds of many plants provide materials we and other animals need for food, shelter, and medicines. One plant can have many uses. Twigs from elder trees were once used to make baskets. Elderberries are made into tea and wine. The flowers are used to make cosmetics. Wine, baskets, tea, cosmetics. Chapter 1. Food. Plants have long been a major part of the human diet. Our early ancestors were known as hunter-gatherers. They would hunt animals and gather plants from the wild to eat. Because plant parts are hard to digest, cooking food was a significant development. It made plants easier to eat. When people began to plant the seeds they found, farming began. Then people started to keep animals and grow plant crops. They grew barley, wheat, and grapes. Certain plants form the basis of different diets around the world. These important plants are called staple foods. Staple foods are high-energy foods. These grains provide important nutrients. Bread wheat, durum wheat. Most staple food plants belong to the grass family. They are known as grains or cereals. Some grains are eaten whole, while others are processed to make flour for bread or pasta. Certain grains are used for animal grazing or feed. Plants in the grass family grow best under different conditions. This is why staple foods vary from country to country. For example, wheat is one of the most important grains in the United States, while rice is an important crop in many Asian countries. There are many different kinds of wheat. Two of the most common are bread wheat and durum wheat, which is used to make pasta. Maize is another popular grain, as is millet. Millet grows well in the dry soils of many African nations and India. Some breads are unleavened or flat, left. Others are leavened, which means yeast is added to make them rise. Right. Checkpoint. Make connections. Plant breeders have created new strains of plants through genetic engineering. The new plants may produce more crops. However, the original wild plants are still needed because they contain important genes. There is now concern that the new crops are mixing with the original plants. Soon, there may be few original plant strains left. the important genes could eventually be lost. How might this affect people? Flat terraces for planting rice are cut into the hillsides on the Indonesian island of Bali. Rice is the world's most commonly grown crop. More than half the world's population depends on rice. It is eaten as a whole grain or with the outside shell removed. Most rice is grown in flooded fields. The plant roots must be kept underwater during the 3 to 6 month growing period. Fields are then drained, and the crop is ripened in the sun before it is harvested. It's a fact. The top 10, based on annual worldwide consumption in tons. Fruits: bananas, apples, oranges, watermelons, plantains. Vegetables, or fruits used as vegetables: tomatoes, cabbages, onions, cucumbers, gherkins, carrots. Fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are plant parts. So too are herbs and spices. Herbs and spices are used to flavor food. The plant parts used as food can be roots, stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, seeds, and bark. For example, herbs are plant leaves that can be used fresh or dried in cooking. Spices are dried seeds or nuts. Plants are a source of sugar, which is used to sweeten food. Sugar is sprinkled on cereals and added to drinks such as tea and coffee. It is put in processed foods such as soft drinks, candy, and cookies. When sugar is refined, any vitamins and minerals it contained are removed. It is a source of energy only. It has no other nutritional value. Although green plants contain sugar, the main sources of sugar are sugar cane and sugar beet. Sugar cane grows only in hot climates. In colder parts of the world, sugar is made from the root of the sugar beet plant. Chapter 2. Shelter. In addition to food, shelter is another basic human need. Plants provide many materials used to build homes. Prehistoric people were cave dwellers. Doors to their caves may have been made from branches and woven twigs. The bedding inside was probably made of soft and springy plant parts. This material may also have been used on the floor for warmth. The hunter-gatherers moved from place to place and used materials they could easily find when they built their shelters. These included mud, branches, leaves, and grasses. The remains of early dwellings at Terra Amata in the south of France suggest that huts were made of brushwood branches and stones. They were built between 300,000 and 400,000 years ago. As people became farmers and began to live in one place, they built more permanent structures. Sturdier shelters were built with strong frames, usually made from wood. Where wood was scarce, people learned to make bricks from mud. Plants such as straw were sometimes mixed with the mud to make the bricks stronger. Today, people in many places still use natural plant materials to build houses. Where trees are plentiful, wood and leaves are used. In other places, grasses such as bamboo are used. To a large extent, climate determines the materials used to build homes. In cold places, people use wood, brick, or stone because they last a long time and provide protection from the weather. In tropical climates, where vegetation is lush and the weather is wet and warm, Leaves are sometimes woven together to make rain-proof homes. This house is built on bamboo stilts to keep it from flooding when the rains come. It's a fact. Bamboo is a popular building material throughout Asia because it is both strong and flexible. It is estimated that bamboo provides more than 1,000 products to more than half the world's population. Other uses of bamboo include food, paper, musical instruments, and boats. There are 850 different species of bamboo. Reeds, palm leaves, and grasses make excellent roofing material. They may be woven, braided, or used as thatch. Thatch is used in many parts of the world today. It is light, waterproof, and a good insulator. It keeps the heat in during the cold weather and the heat out during the hot weather. Here, you can see the timber framework, or skeleton, of the house being put in place. For thousands of years, timber has been one of the most important building materials. Even homes made of brick or other materials use timber for the framework, flooring, window and door frames, and doors. Some houses even have roof tiles or outside walls made of wood. In some places, modern building materials such as concrete and steel have replaced wood. People have also used plants to make their shelters more comfortable. Rushes were scattered on the stone floors of English castles, as well as used as torches. People ate from wooden bowls and cups, and carved furniture from wood to store household goods. Plants such as rush, cane, and willow were used to make baskets and seats for chairs. Bamboo is still used to make furniture.